ーし、必殺スマッシュ!
If he unknowingly guilt-tripped her, that's debatably even worse. If he just unknowingly does it all the time. Is that not a word? Yeah, it is a word. Debatedly. Hang on. Yeah, it's with a B. It's not debated. It's not. I was thinking of arguably. Also has a B instead of a D. Dexter.
なんで負けてるのこのタイミングで。この技派手で好きなんだよね。いっぱい見たいからゲージ溜まったら即使ってる。そうじゃなくて、あと一撃で倒せたんですよ。そのまま倒してリポップの着地狩り狙いでゲージ吐く方が。ごめん、ボタン間違って落ちちゃった。
Kurumi.
もうだから同時押し中ジャンプに設定した方がいいって言ったのに。
Kohibari and Amane seem to be having fun with their fighting game. We all play games together and enjoy snacks together. And as usual, Kohibari's carefree style and Amane's serious playstyle don't mesh too well. And yet,
このゲージがいっぱいになったら必殺技が出せるのよね。さあ A ボタンで出せるから相手の近くまで行ってドーン。わかったわ。ここ。僕のキャラどこに飛んでいったのかな。ほら、吹き出しで表示されてるやつ、ジャンプ B ボタン3回で復帰できるから。B ボタン？B。B。これか。
yeah, the B button, you know.
もう落ちてる！落ちちゃってるよ！このバールのようなものを拾ったら強いのよね。レインボーダイナマイトバール？このステージで出るんだ。
Having two beginners in the mix shakes things up quite a lot, it seems. The good thing about this game is that even beginners can win depending on how lucky they get with items. At the edge of the boisterous group, there's a single girl sitting there taking notes as she stares into the screen with a serious expression on her face.
谷風さん、今のは。
Which do you prefer, manga, Japanese, original visual novels like this, excluding gacha games, anime shows, or etc. for your favorite type of anime art style related to content? My favorite anime related content is manga. Or well, I guess manhwa specifically. Oh, that's the normal beginner combo. The normal beginner combo you get just from mashing the A button. If you get blocked all the way to the end, of it, they get a chance to attack you. So you should stop in the middle of it to throw them off. Second, listing ranking. No.
なるほど。ガードはL ボタンと方向キーでしたね。
Well, that's how you roll dodge, correct? Actually.
そうでした。修正しないと。強い攻撃が A で。
She reads over her notes and checks them again and again. It seems like she's used to learning this way, but I think it'd be better to learn by actually playing.
負けちゃった。 あまねちゃん強いな。キャラ相性が良かっただけかなって。そこ考えてなかった。オリエちゃん、次どうぞ。いえ、私はまだその段階ではないというか。ははん、まだまだ剣に回るって感じ？オリエちゃん、実は相当できるんじゃない？いえ、ゲーム機自体初めて間近で見ました。そうだったんだ。やっぱり決めた分すごい恥ずかしい。でも意外、こういうのすっごい強そうなのにな。そう見えますか？うん。なんか設置系とかテクニカルなキャラ得意そうに見える。設置系ですか？
She turns to me and I nod. I'll explain to her later.
私ちょっと休憩。はい、お兄交代。
Me?
そこそこできるでしょ。くるみ先輩ガード甘いから崩して低空メテオで。
Wow, that sounds easy.
お、谷風さんちのエースのご登場かな。これは熱くなりそうだね。
The ace of the Tanikaze family. Sure, I guess you can call him that. No, I'm not that good. Let's just have fun.
ああ、悪いけれど僕もちょっと休憩するよ。疲れちゃった。私もこの辺で。はい、オリエ。姫様、私にはまだ早いかと。なんて言ってるけど、そうなの？リク。
Why are you asking me?
だってずっと教えてたじゃない。そろそろできそう？見られていたのですね。そりゃあんなにぴったりくっついてたら。特に肉体的接触はありませんが。
Physical?
そうじゃなくて、マンツーマンという意味でね。なるほど。そういう意味では確かに個別指導を受けておりました。
Is it just me? Or is Kaguya having fun with this?
さて、二人になりましたが、どうしますか？
We might as well just play. Just think of it as practice. I hand over the controller and Oria gracefully takes it.
わかりました。何かあれば遠慮なく言ってください。
Well, you're holding the controller upside down for starters.
こうでしょうか？
She holds up the controller in front of her face. But that's not enough to hide the fact she's flushed red all the way to her ears. Okay, think of this as a tutorial.
チュートリアル？
Like practicing moves in a training match or something.
はい、ご指導ご鞭達のほどよろしくお願いします。
Oria kneels on the floor and leans forward with her shoulders incredibly tense. But no need to be so tense. Just sit more comfortably so you can have fun. And then I push her shoulder back, upon which I realize I touched a girl's shoulder without permission. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
いえ、指導を頼んだのは私ですし、お気になさらずに。そうですか。姿勢も大事なのですね。
Wait, you didn't realize that until now? I see your shoulders get really stiff when you're nervous. Just try to relax.
わかりました。脱力します。
Did you really get that? Did you really get what I meant? I try to not pay it much mind. And we begin Orie's video game practice.
ここで、こうして、 こ、こ、こ。
And that's good. You can get punished like this, so remember to shield.
なるほど。ふむ、ふむ。つかめてきました。
She's really good at remembering stuff. She's already learned how to attack, punish, and use her character's moves effectively. She still gets her button presses mixed up or whiffs attacks sometimes, but I can tell she'll get it down in no time. I think you got the basics down.
ありがとうございます、マスター。
How mainstream is Genshin compared to DLC? I don't think you can compare the two. There is no competition, let's just say, in terms of popularity. I mean, PewDiePie played DDLC, right? So maybe that's what skews the popularity. But Genshin and Persona's way more popular. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. You're kind of embarrassing me.
確かに大げさでしたね。興奮してつい。
Really? What do you mean, really? Persona has 5 games. Plus the spin-offs. But maybe it's just that I'm not used to it. I guess it doesn't feel bad to be treated like as a teacher or something.
少なくともこのゲームでは私の師匠を名乗れますよ。
Right. I guess I've earned myself a disciple.
ええ、マスター。
Don't say it like that. It seems like she's not as nervous as before, and it shows in her gameplay as well. Well, I think it's about time to call the others for a real game.
待ってください。
Oh, what is it? For real? How could you be this cute sometimes? I can barely keep up.
あと数回、二人で本番をしてからでお願いしたいのですが。
She looks up at me, her eyes pleading. That gaze is just too powerful. Alright, let's play a few more games. A few more then.
はい、手加減なしでお願いします。
After that, we finish warming up by playing out a few matches. And about half an hour later...
ギャラクシー鉄道の49ルールでカード使いまくるからですよ。なんでワープはロマンじゃん。構成艦ワープカードは取ったら即使用だって。あんなにあったくるみの資金がブラックホールにどんどん飲み込まれていく。まさしく一寸先は闇。すごい緊張感のゲームね。
The girls seem to have fun with the next game too. What game? What game are they playing? While Ori and I practiced the fighting game, it seems like they started playing a game Kaguya showed interest in.
私はプラスのマスですね。次はくるみさんです。
The problem is, I don't know that many board games. You know, I can't specify. I can't think of a specific board game that they would be referencing, other than like Monopoly.
悩む。カードを使うべきか、ルーレットを回すべきか。こんな序盤から悩まなくても大丈夫ですよ。そうかな。このゲーム最初につまずいたら結構尾を引くし。
Kinda sounds like a skill issue there.
好きなだけ悩むといいわ。その間に飲み物を取ってくる。でしたら私が。姫様はお待ちください。
Oh, let me help you. Who wants what? I take everyone's order and go to the kitchen with Orie.
お手伝いいただかなくても大丈夫でしたよ。
Oh, yeah, I get it, but, you know.
困ってる風に見えましたか？
No, it's just that the riders need to find an excuse for Riku and Orie to be by themselves, alright? In Kaguya's apartment, and not when they, you know, different from when they were out shopping.
いえ、目の前で困ってる人がいたら助けるとおっしゃっていたので。
It's not that. Does she think I'm just being considerate? Though I guess she's not wrong, but still. Well, it's just a shame you didn't get to show off what you learned after all that practice.
ああ、そういうことでしたか。むしろ安心しました。
Especially since the best way to practice in fighting games is through experience. And, well, no one's fighting you. No one's... Yeah, no one's fighting you. Let's stick with that. No need to... No need to add any context, just no one's fighting her. She says casually as we prepare the drinks together. Relieved they didn't get to see you play?
いえ、私のノリというのでしょうか。対応が拙くて流れを止めてしまったのではないですか。
Huh. Really?
はい。昔からよくあるんです。ルールをちゃんと理解しないと始められないというか、タイミングを逃して、いざ始めようとしたら、みんなの興味が他に移ってることが。
She sounds so certain about it too. She must think about this a lot. I don't think it's that strange when you're playing with this many people.
ですが、その別の流れになっていて楽しそうになさっているのに、自分のせいで水を差すのは心苦しいので。
Listen, I just think you're overthinking this a bit. You're overthinking it, okay? It's not that deep. You'll get to play Smash another time. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the version of Smash that Noah and Kurumi would be thinking of when I said that. I don't think anyone sees it that way. You better know how hard it is to not care, even when others don't.
はい。
ん？
いえ、まさか共感されるとは思ってなかったので。
Well, it'd be a bit awkward if he couldn't sympathize with her in her route.
これまではみんな気にしなくていいと取るに足らないことのように言っていたので。
Well, everyone's different, you know. I'm actually the same. I tend to worry a lot about that kind of thing too. Stuff other people probably don't even think about much when they interact with others.
そんなことは。
Sorry. I'm not doing anything untoward to feel that way. Wait, am I making things creepy?
大丈夫です。
Really? Are you sure? I can apologize if you want.
ええ、約束します。今後、その件についての発言をセクハラとは感じません。だって、谷風さんにとっては一大事なのでしょ？
Yeah, I guess I do.
なので、謝らないで堂々としていてください。
It really means a lot to hear you say that. I mean it.
なぜ突然敬語なのですか？
Because... What do you mean? Why are you asking this question? You act like he didn't just admit that you have similar personalities. Oh, yeah, it sort of happened. I know she doesn't mind, but it's a little embarrassing to open up like this to a girl. But I'm really happy she's so understanding.
では、改めて、そんな同志である谷風さんに、 私から一つ質問をいいでしょうか。
Sure. It feels a little embarrassing when she puts it like that. But as I think, Orie holds up the controller with a puzzled look on her face.
これが時々振動するのですが、どこを壊してしまったのでしょうか。
Oh, that's just its vibration function. It's supposed to help you feel the impact of the game.
ということは、故障ではない？
I mean, is there a reason it's going off so much? Or...
バックログ画面だ。
Oh, no. She's only talking about how it goes off sometimes. It'd be weirder if it's still vibrating, even though they're not playing the game. No, it's working as intended.
よかった。お借りしてるものを壊してしまったのかと、生きた心地がしませんでした。すごいですね。ゲームに合わせて動くとは。
That feature's been around for a long while. The latest ones even play audio from the game. The latest ones... Brother, the Wii controller could play audio from the game. What are you talking about?
喋る。これと会話できるのですか？
Well, there are those functionalities too, but not quite. Yeah, most controllers don't have microphones in them, only speakers.
二人とも盛り上がってるみたいじゃない。何の話かしら？姫様！すみません。飲み物はすぐにお持ちしますので。
Don't worry, Kaguya, we weren't doing anything. We're only flirting. I was just flirting with your... I don't think Kaguya would like Orie being referred to as an assistant, but like it's the best thing you can describe her as.
大丈夫。まだくるみの番だから。アマネとディスカッションが盛り上がってるみたい。
I mean, it is her job title, right? I could vividly picture that. Picture that.
それで何の内緒話？
Oh, you know, vibrating things. We're just talking about things that vibrate.
あ、いえ、そんな大したことは、ん？
Orie is being strangely shy. And maybe it's what she mentioned about feeling like she dampens everyone's mood by making things about herself. Maybe I should avoid mentioning her interest in the game. We were just talking about how nice it'd be to get together to play games together again. Get together to play games together again. You didn't need to add the together the second time, alright? We would have gotten it if you from just the first together.
なるほど。そうね。夏休みは長いんだし、また集まりたいわね。
Orie looks at me like she has something to say, but I simply nod her way. Okay, let's get these drinks to the table. You can help too, Kaguya.
あ、それはいけません。私が運びますので。これぐらい構わないわ。ほら、それよりみんな待ってるわよ。オリエ。はい。
She says, hurrying after Kaguya. But then she approaches me for a moment.
先ほどはありがとうございます。
No worries. Her whisper makes me feel so ticklish. Her whisper makes me feel so ticklish that I can't help but bring a hand to my ear. For some reason, my ear feels really hot. Probably blushing too, aren't you?
天使創造リブート。
A few days later, after our end of semester celebration at Kaguya's place.
画面共有ですか？
Yeah, Can you see the little monitor-looking icon at the bottom left of your screen?
モニター型ですか?
Yeah, this is the best way to they're basically using Discord. Oh, right. I guess that doesn't mean much to you. Give me a minute. I take my notepad and draw the icon for her. Back when I was teaching Mom how to make calls, she looked at me like I was crazy when I told her the call button looked like a phone receiver. The call button looks like a phone. So I draw the icon and put it on camera for her to see.
ああ、それですか。なるほど。これがモニター型アイコンというものなのですね。
And in both instances, the thing he needs to draw to indicate what they need to press is the exact thing that they're using. How am I trying to say this? In both instances, right? He had to draw a picture of her phone to show his mum how to accept a call on her phone, and he needs to draw a picture of a monitor so that Aurier can share the screen of her monitor. Right? It's like, what's the point when Aurier, you are literally staring at your monitor right now. Use that as the indicator as to what you need to click on your Discord. There's a reason these icons are so simple and intuitive, because it's the exact thing you're using to do the thing, right? Aurier takes note with her face close to the screen. I feel bad for thinking this, but just imagining her leaning into the tablet like that to see better is so adorable. Tablet? She's on a tablet. Oh, I shouldn't stare too much. I think I've gotten used to explaining things to her using notepads. As we entered summer break proper, we started doing video calls very often, and I've been getting a lot of use out of my notepad. I should be nervous about talking to a girl all day, but doing pretty much customer service takes the edge off it a little. The only bad part about it is that we mostly just talk about phones, computers, and how to use them.
ありがとうございます、谷風さん。助かりました。
Yeah, but like, how'd you explain to her how to turn on the video? Right? Like, first of all, you needed to help her call, and then you needed to go over a step-by-step process of video calling, and now you're trying to share screens. You're welcome. It's a little bit of a shame, but I'm happy she's so thankful. Though her smile is so faint, I might miss it if I wasn't looking so closely to her. Yeah, it doesn't help that her mouth is just a line. But somehow I've been able to tell how she feels a little better.
谷風さん、もしかして回線止まっていますか?
Sorry, I just...
もしかして取り込み中でしたか? 日を改めましょうか?
Well, what do you mean in the middle of something? No, I'm fine. It's really fine. So, let's keep going. Yeah.
そうですか? では、続けさせてもらいます。
But the real question is, why does she need to screen share right now? Sure. Crap, I must have been staring too much. I hope she isn't getting creeped out by me. I don't think she is.
では、画面を共有しますので、見ていただけますか?
Yeah, it looks good. I'm glad. I guess Aurier didn't mind that too much.
それで、この状態での設定がよくわからなくて。
Oh, you need to change the permissions in the main account for that. Oh boy. You'll need the password for the main account and two-step verification.
お待ちください。確かパスワードは。
It's fine. You can relax. Actually, I think it'd be better if I could teach you how to teach you about this in person. You should probably teach her all of this in person. How did you teach her how to call you? How did you teach her how to turn on video chat without being able to show her what a camera looks like? Crap. I talked without thinking. It's like I'm trying to get close to her without saying so. You are literally calling her on... You are video chatting. What are you talking about? This is the closest you can be to someone without physically being there in person. She must be creeped out for sure now.
よろしいのですか？それは今からでも可能でしょうか？
Huh? Right now?
はい。何度もこうしてご教授いただいてますが、限界に感じる部分もあって、この際ですので、直接すべて伺えればと。
You're right. You're really passionate about learning, huh?
人様の貴重な時間をいただいてるのです。当然では。
She's so earnest about it. I really want to help her as much as I can. But I'd feel bad going to your place out of nowhere like that.
それならご心配なく、こちらは構いません。当然、姫様にも許可をいただいておりますので。
I'm sure you asked permission. I can guarantee Orie asked permission to call to call Riku, right? Oh, really? I guess that's fine then. I wonder if it's really okay to just go on such short notice.
向こうから申し出てくれたのだから平気じゃないかな。
I mean, maybe. She didn't know you would be coming along. Noah came along with me as soon as I left the house. It's probably a given considering her mission is to protect me. I should call just in case.
僕がリクとずっと一緒にいることは当然のことだからね。すでに数に入っていると思うよ。
I call her anyway.
どうかしましたか？やはり都合が悪くなりましたか？
Well, he is coming over a bit late, but he's still doing it, so... No, it's not that. I gave her a short rundown of the situation.
構いません。姫様はくるみさんの家に泊まりに行っていて、私もあまりお構いはできませんが、それでもよければ。
Huh?
あ、すみません。今取り込んでいまして、これにて。それではお待ちしております。
Is Orie gaming or something? I'm a little engaged at the moment.
どうだった？
I'm glad you came along, actually.
どうしたんだい突然。まあそう言ってくれるのは素直に嬉しいけれど。
That was close. If she wasn't here, I would be going to a girl's house at night. You do realize Kaguya is also at her house, because Kaguya and Orie live together. Orie doesn't have her own house. Does she have her? Well, that's the thing. He says house, but they live in an apartment. It's a hotel, I guess. I would be going to a girl's house at night, and we would have been all alone. I didn't know Kaguya spent nights out like that. Oh, okay. What a wow, really? So you're saying that they conveniently included that Kaguya likes going out at night, which means that Orie and Riku will always be alone together. Listen, all I'm saying is, let's just hope Noah doesn't become the third wheel in every route. Because, you know, how would they go on dates? How would they be able to, how would they do any of those any of that stuff? Oh, but I wonder why she left Orie on her own like that.
姫様はゲームお泊まり会だから私が一緒にいてもつまらないだろうとおっしゃって。
I see. So you're looking after the house?
それはそば好きの人間としては不安だろうね。
She says, downing a bowl of soup. Oria prepared for some food after hearing we hadn't had dinner yet. It's just a simple pot of pho. Thanks to Sugar Sweet Temptation, every time I see or hear about pot of pho, I just can't get it out of my head. The fact that they always cooked fucking pot of pho in Sugar Sweet Temptation because Meru doesn't know how to cook anything else. You know, she can bake, but cooking, that's too much, all right? But it's really good and has really nice ingredients.
今のところは目立った脅威もありませんし、こういうことは時々あるので。
You mean her leaving you alone?
ええ。たまには一人でのんびりとしたらというお気遣いみたいで。
Listen, I just think Kurumi is being an unintentional wingman by leaving you and Riku alone. The only problem is that she didn't account for Noah tagging along.
ずっと一緒というのも息が詰まるのでしょう。
Oh, I see.
リクもそうなのか？僕がずっと一緒で息苦しい？
Well, you know, the problem is that I've already done your route, so like having you around is kind of pointless. Not at all. I appreciate how you protect me. I just worry I'm taking too much of your time with all this.
僕の時間？
Yeah, I just feel bad that they have to go with me every time I need to do something outside.
だが、僕の使命でもあるから。
Well, I don't think it's your mission to watch Riku doing stuff with other girls, alright? Well, you have your own life, don't you?
僕の毎日。
I really wouldn't mind if you did what you want with your time, instead of sticking with me all the time. You've done a lot for me, so I want you to enjoy yourself more.
ふむ、そういうものなんだね。
Yeah, he's subtly telling you to fuck off so that Riku and Orie can do sexy time together without being watched, without having Noah in the cock chair. I mean, she's definitely not going to be in the chair because she doesn't have feelings for Riku like Amane does, but still.
姫様も同じようなことを私におっしゃいますね。
Yeah, both of them. So yeah, I'm thankful to know I can always count on you. Both of them are trying to... Well, Kaguya is trying to hint at Orie that she should have some alone time together with Riku, and Riku is subtly telling Noah that he wants alone time with Orie. But, you know, every time he asks a question or says a statement, he'll always constantly think about how he sounds like a creep, even though Orie has never called him a creep in any form, in any sort of way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm thankful to know I can always count on you. I already read that. That's why I'd prefer it if you used your time to do what you want, than when things are okay. And I can't read Kaguya's mind, but I think she must be really grateful toward you too, Orie.
なるほど。そうかもしれませんね。確かに差し迫った危機もないから警戒レベルを引き下げてもいいかもしれない。
Listen, just be glad that Kaguya already ships Orie and Riku together.
リクの力はすごいし、油断はできないけれどね。
Well, I've gotten a lot better at controlling it by now.
そうだね。その点に関しては素直に頑張ってると思う。
It's a little embarrassing to get praise like that, but thanks.
うん。それじゃあ今後はちょっと考えてみるとするよ。
But I'm not saying you can't tag along if you want to, okay?
わかってるよ。気遣いと厄介払いの違いぐらいはわかると思う。
Yeah, you know, I don't mind if you want to watch Oria and I do stuff together, but I don't know if she'll approve.
ええ、そうですね。その2つは全く違います。
Oria smiles fondly, seemingly in agreement with Noah. I've seen her smile in video calls a few times, but it really is stunning in person. She has such a gentle, soft smile.
ポトフ、お口に合いませんでしたか？
No, it's really good. It's kind of hard to fuck up pot of fur, but you know, I don't think you could cook anything bad. I don't think you'd be able to fuck up pot of fur. So you know.
よかった。一人なので故郷の味付けで作ったから心配でしたが、大丈夫なようですね。
I really like the flavor, actually.
ありがとうございます。
Actually, I'm sorry for taking your dinner. I'm sorry for taking your dinner, kind of.
いえ、作り置きしていたものですし、私は先に済ませておきましたので。
Yeah, she got her own bowl of pot of fur. Well, that's a relief.
では、食事が終わったらお呼びください。私も用事を済ませてきます。
Orie. Can I have seconds?
ご自由に。
I thought I might be a little greedy, but she simply smiles at me. It's really that delicious. We enjoy the pot of fur together. As I finish washing the dishes, I hear Orie coming back into the living room.
おや、洗い物までしてくださったのですか。ありがとうございます。
Oh, it's nothing.
どうかしましたか？
No, your clothes.
ああ、寝巻きです。来客中にシャワーなど失礼かと思いましたが、今日は一日動いて汗もかいたので。
Yeah, you know, the towel in the head is mandatory. even when it's dry, it has to be part of it's part of the pajamas, all right? She can't go to sleep otherwise. Don't worry about it.
いえ、こちらこそお見苦しい格好ですが、よろしくお願いします。
What is the most confusing part is that she put in the time to put her hair in a bun before she's going to sleep. You know, she's in her pajamas. A girl in her pajamas right in front of me.
では、参りましょうか。こちらです。
I was gonna make a bananas in pajamas joke, but I couldn't quite transition into it. Huh? You're not doing it in the living room?
ええ、私の部屋です。
Are you sure I can go in there?
もちろんです。むしろ今回はあくまで使用ですので、そちらの方がありがたいです。
Oh, right. I understand. Well, let's go, Noah.
いや、僕は遠慮しよう。一緒に行っても役に立たないだろうし。
She seems to be much more interested in the magazine rack. You think she could read the shoujo manga over there, Orie?
ええ。先日くるみさんが来られた時に寄贈されたものですので、ご自由に。
Well, let's hope it doesn't get spicy. Let's hope the manga doesn't get spicy.
ありがとう。天使かもしんないの最新話が気になってたんだ。
Yeah? That kind of on the nose title there, don't you think? You're totally hooked on manga, huh?
こちらとしてはお構いできない分、助かります。
Yeah, you know, Noah can relate to the main character of the manga because she is an angel.
では、参りましょうか。
Sure. I'm so nervous that I have to try extra hard so my voice doesn't crack. Excuse me. Nervous, I enter the room. It's just a normal, somewhat simple girl's room. And there's nothing particular or seemingly special about it. You do realize that We know, game. We saw her background. We saw the fucking background in the video chat. We saw what her room looks like. You could have talked about how plain it was when you first showed it. But it has that sweet scent and understated feeling that reminds me of Aurier. Like, this part, you could easily have... This description of her room could have been separated, right? You got the visual part, and now you get the other senses, right? This is undoubtedly Aurier's room. I'm sorry.
何がですか?
Oh, you just raised your voice, so I...
ああ、飲み物を用意するのを忘れていたのに気づいて、すぐ用意しますね。
Yeah, it's not that deep, Riku. No, it's fine. I'm sure you'll be done in no time. I don't want to overstay my welcome too much either.
それは困ります。
Uh-huh?
教えていただきたいことは、この通り山ほどあります。
She produces a notepad with an incredible amount of sticky notes attached to it. What? It's like looking at some kind of weapon. Is that whole thing full of questions for me? Wait a minute. Produces a notepad with an incredible amount of sticky notes. So you're saying that every sticky note has a question on it? You know, you could have written those questions in the notepad, right? What are the sticky notes for? If you know what, fine, I won't question it. You know what? I'm just jealous because I don't have sticky notes. It looks like we'll be here for a while.
はい。姫様がいないこの隙に気になるものは徹底的に解決しておこうかと。ですので、飲み物やお菓子など万全の用意を。
Thanks. It looks like I'm the only one who was nervous. Aurier is really passionate about this though. But listen, I just think that Aurier is putting on a face so that she doesn't get nervous in front of you. So she's trying to rapid fire through this, through all of this, right? It's like she's hiding her embarrassment of having a guy in her room by being like, oh, I forgot refreshments. Oh, let me show you my notepad of all these questions I want to ask you. Oh, let me go get refreshments. Right? It's like there's no dead air. Aurier is trying to, you know, what's the word? You know, she's trying to keep. Yeah. I bring a hand to my temples, trying to calm down. Aurier called me to help her be more efficient as Kaguya's attendant. I need to put aside my nervousness and teach her properly.
お待たせしました。どうぞ。
Well, thank you. Let's do our best tonight.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
We encourage each other while we enjoy our drinks. And as Aurier prepares the tablet, we sit on her bed.
では、始めましょう。
Why is she sitting right next to me? Where else is she gonna sit? Aurier, why this position?
タブレットの操作法を教わるからですが。
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was asking why you're not on my lap, you know? Right. Crap. Why am I being this conscious? Is this really okay? She wouldn't have invited you in her room if she wasn't okay with this.
天使創造リブート。
What a weird ass transition. What the fuck happened? In the days after I agreed to Aurier helping me. Wait, what? The days after I agreed to Aurier helping me with my problem were very surreal. Wait, what? I thought Aurier was asking you for help. I would visit her high-rise many times over summer break and practice mana control with Kaguya, Yeah, how would you how did you practice mana control specifically? And then I'd have a private lesson with Aurier to also practice mana control, but she doesn't realize that you're also, never mind. It was even more surreal considering what those two things entail. One involves me burying my face between Kaguya's boobs, and the other is Ori. Well, there's my answer as to why the transition was so weird. So, my joke about how, where is it? About how about how Riku was also practicing mana control with Aurier was not a joke at all, because, and the other is Aurier massaging my dick. My dear, if you will. What am I even doing right now? Thank God Noah isn't around. Or maybe she would be helping Aurier if she was.
何って、マナ制御の精度向上とオリエへの個人指導だろ?
Is Riku answering Aurier's questions while she's, touching him? Aurier wants to be efficient, right? That's the natural progression, right? I mean, yeah, but I'm going over to their apartment today as well. I realize how important it is for me to do this, but it still ends up with me getting sandwiched between boobs and having my dick fondled, except for the fact that you should probably be doing them. Why aren't you doing those two things at the same time, And then you can go into Aurier's room and then keep doing it, but with your pants down. The princess takes the top half of her tendon and her tendon the lower one, it seems. Is this really okay? I don't know, is it? Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the 18+ scene because I'm playing through the all ages version, so I don't know if this is necessary. Is Aurier only doing this for her own self-interest, or is it actually accomplishing something?
オリエとうまくいってないの?
That was the most coherent sentence I've ever made. That was the first coherent sentence I've ever said in this stream. Huh? Why do you ask?
いや、何か悩んでる様子だからさ。僕が相談に乗るぞ。
I'm getting along with Aurier. There's nothing to worry about.
そうか。ちょっと気になっててね。
Well, I would hope you would get along well with someone who is touching your dick every day.
かぐやとの特訓が終わった後は普通だけど、オリエと勉強し終わった後は、ちょっと空気が変だろ?
Or is it like she's only touching the, through the pants, right? Not actually taking them off. Do I really?
ああ、なんだか二人とも申し訳なさそうというか。だから、うまくいってないのかなと。
Well, that's the other thing, right? This, what Aurier is doing is is the same thing Noah was doing in her round, where Noah would transform into an angel form and touch his peanuts, alright? I don't remember the specifics because it's been a while, but it's probably serving the same purpose as what Aurier is doing. I see. Well, I guess it hadn't worked very well so far. So maybe it's natural that she's concerned. I appreciate the concern. But everything's fine. Is Kaguya aware of what Aurier and Riku are doing in her room? Though, I guess we've been trying really hard, so it leaves us a little tired. Aw. Yeah.
そうか。無理をしてるわけじゃないならいいんだ。
Unfortunately, Noah did not pick up on the innuendos that Riku unintentionally said.
まあ、 最近はリクのマナ制御も良くなってきたし、そろそろこうして通うのも終わりだろうしね。
Yeah. It does seem like my training with Kaguya will be wrapping up soon. Though, if some other form of power awakens inside me, we might have to start all over again. But there's no reason to hurry right now. There hasn't been much progress with Orie either, so maybe we should stop. Why do you want to stop? Why would you want to stop, Riku? Orie seems into it, even though I don't know if Orie is into it. I mean, considering the fact that she keeps doing it.
今日はちょっと早かったのね。はい、お茶よ。
Like, I'm sure Orie isn't turned off by the idea of touching his dick every day, considering that she keeps doing it. Oh, thanks. We just had dinner early today. In an unusual turn, Kaguya is the only one who welcomes us today. I can't help but glance around looking for Orie.
オリエなら今はお風呂よ。
Oh, okay.
最近リクが来るときは早めにお風呂に入るようになったのよね。
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. Maybe that's why I've been getting really familiar with the scent of her shampoo.
教えを請う以上、自分の用事はすべて済ませてないと気が済まないのでしょうね。
She really shouldn't worry so much. I'm pretty much just coming to hang around. Pretty much coming, you mean?
あの子なりの誠意なのよ。
I'll appreciate the gesture then. I'd personally prefer if she was more casual around me, but it must be hard for her. Oh, it's hard for you. God damn it. Okay, how about we get started? I'm ready anytime.
それなんだけど、ちょっといい？
Actually, no, that's the problem. I'm making these jokes about how hard he's getting, but he can't. He's literally he is physically unable to until later on in the round. Sure.
Hey.
Huh? She hugs me out of nowhere. It takes me by surprise, but she pulls away for after a few seconds.
今回は一度休みにしてもいいかしら。
Why?
最近はハイペースじゃない？だからちょっとお休みしようかなって。
Oh, have I been pushing you too hard?
まさか。ただ伸びしろも少なくなってきたし、あまり根を詰めてもしょうがないかなって。
No, the real reason is that Orie is jealous that Kaguya gets to press Riku's head between her tits, and Orie wants the same thing to happen with her tits. Yeah, I see. You could have told me before when I called.
ごめんなさいね。でも直接この体で感じて確かめておきたかったの。
Orie's been doing that every night, though. Orie's been the one filling him up every night. Oh, right. The end of our training seems to be approaching. Considering what the training actually is, it makes sense that she had to touch me to make sure.
それに、オリエの方との約束もあるんでしょ?
Well, the problem is that he can't really do that at the moment. Because you can't even get hard in the first place. Yeah, I did. And once apparently Orie told her that I'd been teaching her how to use appliances. Appliances. So, not just the computer, but the washing machine, the stove, the fridge, the oven, the microwave. Apparently, we're keeping our special training a secret to everyone. Can you guess why? I'm not surprised that Orie feels conflicted about inviting a guest into her room while keeping the real reason hidden from her employer. It looks like we'll have a lot of time to ourselves then.
ゆっくり話でもしていればいいじゃない。あの子が男の子と仲良くしてるのなんて珍しいし。
Oh, you'll be if you're surprised about how much Orie and Riku get along, we'll be even more surprised about what they do together in private. Really?
仕事柄、事務的なやり取りはしても、自分から積極的に関わるようなことはなかったから。
Oh, really?
なんだか嬉しそうじゃない？ん？
You know, that would have been a really interesting concept to include in the route, where, you know, the start of the route could have been that Orie doesn't really want to interact with Riku that much, but more and more she opens up to him, right? They spend more time together by themselves without any Kaguya or Noah's around, right? But unfortunately, this is a side character route, which means that there's not much depth when it comes to character writing. So immediately off the bat in the route, Orie and Riku are very friendly toward each other, right? In the terms of in the way that Orie isn't very turned off by the fact that Riku wants to be friendlier with her. Or how do I explain it? Because you know, the Orie I picture in my head in other routes is not the same Orie that would have interacted with Riku in that way when he decided that he wanted to shop, that he wanted to help her with shopping, right? I'm referring to one of the earliest scenes in her route, which was, you know, when they went shopping before they had the party. Yeah, hard to explain, especially because it's been a while. It's been a while for me since that part of the route. For people watching the VOD, well, that happened like a bit ago, because it's going to be in the same VOD. Who would have guessed that this is a VOD that's split into 2 streams? Don't tease me, please. I'm just sort of her private tutor for now. Though, I guess that will also be over soon. No, I'm sure Orie will come up with an excuse to keep going with the training. For some reason, I can't bring myself to say that. Oh, sorry, it's nothing.
そう？わかったわ。ノア？話は終わったのかな？
Noah, who had been reading magazines while we talked, finally approaches.
ええ。私の特訓は今回は見送りになったから。もう私の部屋に行く？え、そうなのか。ならお言葉に甘えさせてもらうよ。
But why? I mean, like, I know why for plot reasons, but you know.
リク、終わったら呼んでくれ。なんなら少し長めでもいいから。それじゃ。
Yeah. Or I guess, how would I say it? I know why for writing reasons, but why for in terms of the plot? Or no, she's super eager to go play in Kagu's room, but why? You know, I watched them go, and I'm left alone in the living room. Yeah, it feels a little weird to be alone in someone else's house.
谷風さん、もういらっしゃっていたのですね。
Yeah, we finished dinner early.
それで、姫様は？
Oh, right. I gave her a short version of what happened.
なるほど。そういうことでしたか。お待たせしたようですみません。
Don't worry. I was with those two before they left just now.
そうですか。よかったです。
She gives me a relieved smile. I'm starting to find most of her expressions cute for some reason. Well then, why don't we start a little early? Oh, the other thing is that Riku was very quick to finding Orie cute. I mean, like, sure, he could have found her cute before, but he was very quick to start mentioning it all of a sudden, right? Like, as soon as we got Orie's route, it's now normal for Riku to call Orie cute when she makes certain expressions.
はい。今夜もよろしくお願いいたします。
Which would not have happened in other routes. Okay, I mean, like, obviously it wouldn't have happened in other routes because saying Orie's smile is cute in Amani or Noah's route would not make that much sense considering that it's not Orie's route. But, like, it's hard to explain. Right. I mean, obviously, everything feels a bit rushed. And that's kind of the best way to explain my feelings on Orie's route. I feel a little shy when she bows her head for me with such honesty and gratitude. Come right in. What do you mean, come right in? It's her room.
私の部屋ですが。
That's what I'm saying. I open the door for Orie, who's carrying a tray as she rewards my little joke with a sweet smile. She's starting to warm up to casual jokes like that a lot more, I feel. Now, what do we do today? Unfortunately, we didn't see the progression of her warming up to those jokes, because Orie has been relegated to side character status, and will get nothing more than a short few hour route as compared to other main character heroines.
お待ちください。
It is the unfortunate part of being the side character, where her route will not contain that much substance. I sit there sipping on my drink while Orie sits down next to me and starts flipping through her notes. She does this so naturally at this point that I feel a little embarrassed at being the only one who gets conscious. It's fine. Calm down. Orie shows me her notes as the tablet boots up.
今日はパソコンのスペックの調べ方を詳しくお願いします。
Oh, we talked about that before, right?
はい。OS のバージョンの調べ方は分かったのですが、メモリの方が分からず。谷風さん？
Oh, I was just thinking there's a lot less sticky notes on your notepad now. It used to look like some crazy porcupine or something.
ええ。ご協力のおかげでほぼ解決できました。
Yeah, but like, have you retained that information? Are you sure it's not a good idea to keep those sticky notes in the notepad with the answers written on them? I don't know. Yeah, about that.
はい。
I'm thinking it's about time we take a break from the lessons, maybe.
やはり負担でしたか？
No, it's not that. It's just that there's not going to be much left for me to teach you, right?
そうですね。
Listen, Orie, that's your hint? To be like, let me come up with other questions that I need to ask Riku that I conveniently forgot to include before when we had a bunch of questions to ask, that you had a bunch of questions to ask. Orie looks down to her own notes and seems to understand. Wait, I'm not saying I don't want to teach you anymore. You can always ask me whenever there's something you don't understand, and I can come teach you again. But I think we won't need to meet every day like this, probably. And about the secret training we've been doing after.
はい。
It doesn't seem like we've made much progress. So maybe it shouldn't be good to continue with it.
そんな、私はただ協力したいだけで、それに途中で投げ出すようなことは。
If she keeps trying to help me so earnestly, I feel like I'm gonna start misunderstanding her intentions. No, maybe it's good for you to quote-unquote misunderstand her intentions. Because, listen, all I'm saying is, if Aurier didn't like touching your deer every day, she wouldn't be so adamant in wanting to keep training you. Quote-unquote. I don't think it's gonna be called secret training when she admits that she wants to keep secret training. But that's exactly why I need to be firm. I really appreciate your feelings, but I don't think we can keep doing this forever. Even though she probably wants to. I think you've done more than enough as far as treating my condition goes.
そうですか。わかりました。谷風さんがそうおっしゃるなら、今回で終わりにしましょう。
You don't have to force yourself if you don't want to.
いえ、させてください。
She closes her notepad and looks up at me. I can see the strong determination burning in her eyes.
このままでは良くないと思っていたのは、谷風さんだけではありません。私に考えがあります。最後にそれを試させてください。
To be honest, I didn't see this coming. Unfortunately, it's because you can't. Maybe I was underestimating her compromise here.